Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home place and residence where you live. Inshallah. Ameen. Today we will discuss about your chapter or lesson 7 of your English subject. I'm your teacher, Ms. Sobianas, and your chapter is Allama Iqbal. Let's start discussion about this chapter, but before this I want to tell you that as we all know that really well that Allama Iqbal is the poet of East. Okay, we all know him regarding their poetry and their political contribution to the making of our dear homeland Pakistan. Let's start discussion. When and where was Allama Iqbal born? Why he known as Dr. Iqbal? This is a really important question we will have to discuss. Allama Iqbal was born in Sialkot in November 1877. He got his degree of PhD, that is of Doctor of Philosophy, from Munich University for his work in Persian philosophy, in which segment he worked for the Persian philosophy. That is why this is the reason why he is known as Dr. Muhammad Iqbal. That means we can easily understand that he is really educated person, well educated person. Now come to the next question. What do you know about the academic achievements of Allama Iqbal? I think this question will be a bit easy because most of the students know about this all discussion. As we all know that he born in Sialkot on 9th November 1877, where he received his early education in his hometown, that is Sialkot. He passed his MA from the University of Punjab in 1899. In 1899, he passed his MA from the University of Punjab in the same year. Okay, he was appointed professor of Arabic at the Oriental College, Lahore. Now, after completion of MA, he was appointed as a professor of Arabic at the Oriental College, Lahore. He held his job till 1905. That means he worked here till 1905. In that year, he left for England. Now, why he left for England? For higher studies in London. He received law degree in 1908. He was awarded a degree of PhD, Doctor of Philosophy, by the Munich University, Germany. Now come to the next question about the academic, or we can say accomplishment of Allama Iqbal beside his poetry. Allama Iqbal was a great poet, as we all know that through his poetry we also we know that through his poetry we can easily understand the love of patriotism regarding country, religion, and whatever you can call it. A philosopher and a great politician, even a philosopher and a great politician who gave the beautiful idea of separate homeland Pakistan. He took an active part in the struggle for Pakistan, as we all know that he suggested that we have had to have a separate nation where we live according to our religious and cultural sentiments. He was the first man who dreamt about Pakistan. He devoted a great part of his life to the study of Islam. As we all know that through his poetry we can easily understand this point. Now the next point or question: when and where did Allama Iqbal make a definite demand for a separate Muslim state? As we all know that he dreamed about separate homeland, but when and where, how? In 1930, at the Allama Iqbal praised or presided over the Allahabad meeting of All India Muslim League in Allahabad. It was one of the historic occasion where he made a definite demand for a separate Muslim state. Where in 1930 at Allahabad meeting, he that is of historic occasion, he made definite demand for separate Muslim state. He declared that Muslim cannot live with Hindus. He considered Muslims as a separate nation and wanted to free them from Hindu domination. Now next one, what did Allama Iqbal say in his presidential address? As we all know that at that presidential address, he suggested that, or he suggested that there should be a separate homeland for Muslims to live their lives according to their religion, culture, and whatever you can say. Now, what he said in his presidential address, in his Allahabad address, Allama Iqbal said that India was a continent of human groups belonging to different races. Races means nasal. Speaking different languages, believes in different religions. Those groups were all separate nation. We cannot say that, as per Allama Iqbal, we cannot say that all the religions that are living in subcontinent are related to each other or they are equal. Sorry. No, they all are separate. Those groups were all separate nations. Their behavior could not be governed by a common race feeling, especially of Hindus. The Muslims were anxious to have a separate state because they feared that the Hindu majority would not allow Muslims to develop freely according to their religion and culture. This is a very clear point. We all know that. Now the next one, what efforts were made by Allama Iqbal after the Allahabad session? Now he addressed in Allahabad in Allahabad session that he want a separate, or all the Muslims wanted a separate nation or homeland to live freely according to their religion and culture. But after then, what efforts made by Allama Iqbal after Allahabad session to achieve the goals of independence? After the Allahabad session, Allama Iqbal became more active to achieve the goal of independence. After the session, after suggested the separate homeland idea, he became more active towards the achieving of the goal of independence. He wrote a letter to Quaid-e-Azam, and when he wrote a letter first in May 1937, in which he advised him that only the creation of separate Muslim state could solve the problems of Indian Muslims. This is the only way how we can get, or how can Muslims can get freedom of living freely according to their religion, is separate homeland. On 21st June 1937, he wrote to the Quaid-e-Azam that separate federal state of Muslim provinces was only way by which the Muslims could be safe from the rule of non-Muslims. This is clear. Now, why is the 14 August the important date 1947 and considered as an important date for us? On that day, 14 August 1947, that beautiful day, Pakistan appeared on the map of the world. 14 August 1947. It is a red letter day for us. We all know that we got this nation by sacrificing our ancestors' lives. They sacrificed their lives to get that homeland to freely live in according to their religion, culture. We celebrate this day with great pomp and show. We all know that every year we celebrate that day with great zest. On this day, every year we express all love and loyalty to our country and display our patriotic spirit. by organizing different programs and all. I hope you all understand your topic really well, or your chapter, that is Allama Iqbal, really well. Until your next recorded video, take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.